Welcome to the Art of Conversation. It's your girl Alicia C. And we out here recording live. Yo. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're feeling terrific this Tuesday. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Yes. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Gosh, we only have, 2.5 weeks and some change, possibly less than that. And May is over. We're pushing into June, which means 6 months of the year is gone. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like each year is like sped up faster than the previous year. Like I thought 2021 was like Speedy Gonzalez, but I feel like this year just started like a couple weeks ago and we're already like getting 80-degree weather, about to hit June. It's actually quite frightening. But you know what? It's a reminder to all of us that time is of the essence and we have no time to waste. You see how it's going? You don't have time to bullshit. Stop wasting time on irrelevant things, irrelevant people, irrelevant mindsets. Let's get it popping. It's not waiting on anybody. We definitely can't hit a rewind button and go back to April, go back to January and start over. We're already about to go into June. Huh? Oh, Lordy Lord. Woo. And with that being said, the word for today's episode is school. School. I'm not gonna front. When I was younger, from youth, elementary, all the way through college, I'm one of those, geeked up individuals who really enjoyed school because I just always loved to learn, write, read. Yeah. I was one of those bookworm kids. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm a highly intelligent individual, so I really enjoyed school. I can't front. I had my moments where of course, you didn't want to be bothered and go. But for the most part, I really enjoyed going to school. I used to love getting homework. I used to love doing book reports, projects, things that challenged me and made me, have to create things. Like I enjoyed it. As I got older, though, I noticed a lot of issues, cracks in the school systems. And eventually when I started working in the school systems, it's like, okay, and just, you just see, you hear, there's a lot going on in the school systems. And, when you further educate yourself and realize, okay, so yeah. But I think we can all agree that school is no longer a safe haven for children. It has become a place that we have to protect our children from, unfortunately. Attending school many years, decades, centuries ago is not the same as, how school is now, how the teachers are. Now, I'm not saying all schools are bad or all teachers. Absolutely not. You have some phenomenal school institutions and you have some remarkable, amazing teachers. We need more of them. School is often a second home for most children, and they spend a lot of their time at school. They form friendships and bonds with teachers, coaches, and other authoritative figures there. So let's consider those children who unfortunately looks forward to going to school to get out of abusive household, right? Or to have something to eat. They're going to school. Oh my God, they can get breakfast and lunch, snacks, and develop a sense of belonging somewhere. Why not at school? You know, they spend so much time at school. School isn't what it once was, though. Why is that? What happened? According to Oxford, school is an institution for educating children. So for years, there have been issues within the American school systems, and it seems as though the issues have worsened. I've always questioned, where is the funding going to better the school systems? Funding for better food, new books, materials, beneficial programs. When do we get rid of the old and bring in newness? Obviously, okay, this used to work, but it's time to do things differently in order to have a different outcome. When we open our mind and push for change, oh boy, amazing what that would look like and the results. But you have to first want to do so and try. I remember a couple years back, I had the privilege to teach at my old high school. And it was depressing to see because it didn't look like, I feel like our class and the classes previous to us had that school popping. Like, we were lit, all right? It's like once like we started leaving, and maybe a year after us, it just went downhill. Like, I went in there, there's no trophies, no posters, no pictures of the students, there's no motivating quotes or anything in the showcases on the walls. It just looked gray and just like, and some of the textbooks I saw, I was like, hold up, like, we had these so you didn't update the curriculum either? Like, what? Like, the only thing that changed is they have to wear uniforms now. We didn't have to wear uniforms, but it was just like, where's the oomph here? Where is it? All the teachers, guidance counselors, everyone was gone. Absolutely no one was there. Security, all brand new faces. It was just, and some of the teachers looked like students. And I'm not throwing any shade. There's nothing wrong, you know. When you finish school, you're young and you go right into your career. But I'm saying that because, you know, at least when we attend school, we actually look age appropriate. And a lot of the kids, it's just like, you look even older than me. And you're in high school. Like, there was no kind of, it was like, where's this is whack, you know? Yeah. I was, flabbergasted. I was like, wow, we really had in here lit. Because, like, what is this? Just, there's nothing on the walls, or the showcases are empty with just colorful construction paper. There's nothing. Where's the trophies? Like, yeah. And then it's the uniform thing again, you know? High school, you know? Neither here or there, right? When do we get rid of tenure and stop keeping no good teachers in positions that they've shown us they don't deserve or respect? When do the schools do right by the children? And again, I'm not saying all, because there are, again, several great schools out there with great teachers and guidance counselors, coaches, phenomenal. Sometimes it's a needle in a haystack. But I feel as though most follow the same handbook. I taught at a few schools. This was a private school this time. And some of the teachers, it was just like, I actually try to build a rapport with the kids, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm asking another teacher like X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, I noticed this. Is there anyone, da 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 da? And she's just like, oh, this kid comes late every day, and da da da. My mother doesn't want anybody, da 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 da. Okay, good. Thank you for giving me the rundown. But what about what happens when X, Y, and Z happens? And just whatever. We only got them for this amount of time. Look, once 2 o'clock hit and clean up, get out of here. And I was like, so that's it? Every day. That's the routine? Just babysit and get them out of here? I'm like, so do you not like care about the well-being of these kids, or if they're learning anything, or etc., etc.? And she's like, listen, I got adult kids. That's not my question to you, is it? Yeah, you've been here probably when the school first got built. I understand that, and you're still here. Yeah, you're getting that money, all right? But why are you here? Why did you become a teacher? Okay, don't forget that. Some of them, they just like, whatever. It's just, staying within these parameters, this box. Why take the extra step, the effort? We only got him there for a couple of hours. Once the clock strikes 2, out the door. We don't have to worry about it. And we got to prepare ourselves for tomorrow and just, yeah. Like, I don't like seeing stuff like that, because I feel like, yes, you're not the parent, this and that, but you got to remember, why did you enter into this field? It's just like, people who work at hospitals, people who decide to go through medical school, become doctors, surgeons, nurses. Why? What is the essence? To help educate, right? What to take care of? What is your main reason for why you decided to go and get certified or licensed, whatever the case may be in this field? Yes, you may experience some burnout. Yes, you may want to retire or maybe switch careers. But it's not about, oh, I'm tired of this and I can't stand these kids and da 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 da. But I'm just gonna, half-ass it. Or if you see 2 kids bickering and fighting, instead of breaking it up, you just let them tussle. Oh, I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. Why didn't you come and tell me? You were sitting right there watching. I done seen so much stuff happen working in schools, and I was just like, damn. And then it forced me to sit still and think back, like, yeah, I don't recall experiencing that when I actually attended school. Like, I was lucky to have decent people around me. Like, I had a good guidance counselor. Like, we had supportive people. We had people who actually liked us and enjoyed their job. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it has to do with how much they get paid. I don't know. But if it's not for you and you don't have the genuine heart, then find another career. We also have to remember that it's state authority, right? Schools are funded, controlled by the state. The states are the entities primarily responsible for the maintenance and operation of public schools. So, wow. With that being said, considering, that the state and local governments act as quote unquote policymakers, advocates, and liaisons, as these policymakers, the state government creates laws that dictate how schools are to be run and what budget schools need to operate. All right. So who do we speak to demand a change? What you're doing is obviously not working at some schools. There's still too many issues, and why do they still exist? Why do they still exist? Who do we need to speak to on a communal level in regards to the state? Is it a matter of who you're voting for? Well, what is it? talking at state, board meetings. Like, what is it that we need to do to push, push, push? And, just going through the process of submitting proposals to schools to offer any kind of creative art, dance programs of any sort. It's like a whole process in itself, because it's very political. And it's like, well, here you have some good programs. You have the budget to fund the rates being asked. There's more than enough back-end credentials, testimonials to show that it works, is beneficial. But it's like pulling teeth. But I thought that we're all doing this, and the whole purpose of this is for the betterment of children, their growth, their education, their safety, etc. Do we need to cut and make a bigger budget? Where's the money going? Let's start with guns and school safety. There has been a plethora of school shootings. We all know and hear about it. Innocent children and teachers are being senselessly killed. Where is the protection? Why is this even a thing? School shootings? Why are some of these school shooters previous students or current? Why is it so easy for them to enter the school building to carry out such a heinous crime? Let's talk about the school enrollment. Why is it such a difficult process to get a child in a school? Because of a zip code or a test score. We got to remember not all children are good test takers. Does that mean or make them less smart? Not capable? Why should they be judged based off of a score? Why is it easier for certain students or certain types of students to get into a school opposed to others? Student achievement. Are students actually walking away with anything? Are they just, conforming to what you deem a necessity, or are you really preparing them for the real world? What programs and things can you do to increase their achievements? Remember, life is about experience. You can't read about it. You live and experience it. Honestly, again, I used to love school just to learn, things. But a lot of things that I read and learned, I didn't really use in the real world. You learn by educating yourself and living experience and trial and errors. There's things that I've learned that had nothing to do with what I wind up doing outside of school as an adult and careers. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, I understand you have to do this. You have to go blah, 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 just to get this and say that you graduated, you're certified and da 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 da. Yeah, I get it. I get the process. Trust me, I got it. But it's true. And there's other students. There's other people. We've had this conversation. I ain't learned shit in school. I know it. Hey, I just showed up, got my attendance. Then you have some. Oh, bare minimum 65. Once you get 65 or 70, you technically pass. I think they dropped the score to 55, just the bare minimum to pass, just enough to pass, just to say you passed and finish whatever. And, things that you learned, you read about. Some people can't even call out names of books that they read in English class or literature. A lot of people don't know jack shit about their history, but you had social studies, you had global studies, you had American or African American history, Latino history, Renaissance. A lot of people don't remember things. Some people just skate right through. Are you really teaching children things that they can take with them? That's why I said it's funny how they break it all up. right? You got to pay extra money for that kind of academia, right? Or you got to pay money to go to a trade school. Why not just have new curriculums? Why not teach, in addition to math, teach financial literacy to children at a young age, huh? Or have the programs. Nutrition, right? You have physical education, gym, sometimes sex ed, okay? Nutrition, mental health, huh? Teaching them at a young age how to spot the signs, red flags of a manipulator, abuse, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, huh? Teaching them. Okay, you can join the football team, cheerleader, and this and that and that. But how about also, hey, you want to garden? Yoga? Sometimes they have dance and step. You want to learn how to sew? They used to have ceramics. They took that out. They used to have photography. Some schools, they've taken that out. Why? Take a survey. Math, you know, what does the majority, vast majority, what do you want? What programs do you want to see next year, next school year? What? Let's take a vote. And then keep doing that every year. It gives them something to look forward to. And then it gives them the option to dibble in something that they enjoy instead of picking for them. How do you know that that's the best option for them? School discipline. Teachers sleeping with students, students and teachers fighting. Are teachers following the rules in terms of student behavior? We don't know. Are students being discriminated, called names, embarrassed in their class? Yes, I've seen it. Both while I attended school and when I taught at school, I've seen it. That's why I say get rid of tenure, because you have some of these teachers that's so biased towards certain students, and it's just like, I mean, it's blatant, you can see it, but it's just, why? You know you're going to deal with diversity in these schools, so why are you here? Why in the hell are you here? Race and racism. I like to tie that into discipline, because there are some teachers that are racist. And schools that have a predominant race, and they treat those of a different race culture much differently. Yes, but they try not to make it blatant because, well, of course, they don't want any trouble, lawsuits, etc. How often have we seen this or experienced this? We hate to say it, but it's an unfortunate, yes, it still happens. And not just in schools, in corporate, at hospitals, everywhere. And I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, well, it's a particular race. Any race can be racist to other races, because we've seen it in every race. Every race has racists, point blank. You know, sometimes you have your ignorant talk, ignorant folk who say, well, only white people are racist. No. Black people are racist, Asians are racist, Indians are racist. Every race has their group of people who are racist towards other race that are not their race. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, they need to teach courses on that too, perhaps, for people to understand. LGBT rights. Now it's LGBTQ. No, LGBTQ plus QA. I'm not too sure of all of the letters it's up to now. But LGBTQ rights. Are students able to express themselves? But with expression, I think there should still be some boundaries. We've spoken about it, the talk of trans and being gender fluid. Nothing wrong with it, absolutely nothing. But there have been so much controversy surrounding schools teaching transgenderism, or teachers influencing their young students to pick the gender they want to be for the day and allowing their personal life to pour into their lesson plans. Boundaries, all right? These are babies. Some of them are still in single digits. Teaching them transgenderism. And that again, it goes back to school achievement. It's like, and discipline, because it's just like, listen, we want to welcome a space where kids can feel and be themselves and identify as themselves without judgment. Yes, yes, and even more yes. However, if I feel as though you're pushing an agenda, these are babies. Instead of teaching them about mental health and what it feels to be stressed, or how you can avoid and how to control your emotions and your triggers and knowing what they are, and learning things that as they get older, it's beneficial. I would say that's more important than teaching them and telling them it's okay to be a chair today. It's okay to identify as a horse the next day. Today's Friday. Let's identify as a dog. Do you feel like a dog today? Yes, I'm a dog. Okay. Monday. Are you still a dog? No. I am a cat. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Today is Tuesday. How are you feeling? I want to be a flagpole. Cut it out. Enough. Kids have imaginations, yes. And it's very good that they can indulge in imagination and be creative. But a lot of teachers tend to push and push. Blake, you feel like a girl today or a boy? A girl. Okay, let's get on the girls' line to the girls' bathroom. Sarah, you feel like a girl or a boy today? Boy. Go ahead and line up with the boys. We're going to go right in the boys' bathroom. You feel like standing up or sitting down as you pee? Look, you can't say it don't happen, because there are times and situations where this happens. Not only you hear about it on TV or social media, but if you're in these fields, you see it and hear it with your own eyes and ears. Or people who have. I remember at one point there were some schools that didn't even want students to walk around with pride flags, stickers on their books and lockers. So times have changed, but it was necessarily for the better. Or is there an underlying agenda? I got to keep saying that and calling it that. I'm all about freedom of speech and being yourself, expression, and just being who you are and being in love with who you are. But when you guys put all these things in place, and it's like you could be who you want to be, but under these measures, no. Public school is just like nonprofits for the general public. Why are there so much rules and stuff that's connected to these things? Like, yes, you need to have order, regulations, I get it. But when you're starting to take from the people that's supposed to benefit from it, what's the point? Overall, for years, there have been a lot of talk about the actual purpose of school. There's the talk about, well, from birth, we've all been tracked. From the minute a birth certificate is created, they now know who we are, where we are intellectually, what kind of test taker we are, our medical information. Because remember, in order to get into schools, you need certain shots, you need your medical, everything that's medical, pertaining to your medicals, have to be updated every year. You got to get a shot every year. It's like everything is being tracked, etc., etc. I don't want to steer too far into that, but it's a thought, and it would be interesting to drop that there because it is food for thought. Why do you need all of this? Why do they have to do all of this? Why this? Why is it so easy to say, oh, this is your kid, this is da-da-da-da-da-da? That branches into another conversation. And a lot more people are considering homeschooling their children, especially since the pandemic. I feel like more parents are waking up and realizing that they can teach their kids way better and much more, and in a more safe environment. For homeschooling, for some, homeschooling is not an option because they work and have other children in the home. So it's a sticky situation. but a lot more parents are considering homeschooling their children. Do better, state and local government. Do better. Again, on a communal level, we are the ones that deal with this. We know what we need, what we benefit from. We see the holes. What do we do to fill them in? Because using funding and the we can't, or it's not in the budget is a crock of shit. You pick and choose where the funds are going. And if you believe enough, you would fight harder for it. So what's your excuse? There is none. Be safe, y'all. Stay prayed, and peace out.